and it'll start you here. So this is your work plane. In the top right, it says like it's a little cube. So you have to, if you're on Chromebook, you have to click on it to move. But if you have a mouse, you'll click on right button and you get to move.
Okay.
So this is you click. I'll give you one example of how to let's say expand the box. So I'll click on the box and then it should pop up. So and this is your coordinates, not coordinates. Your length and width, and your height.
Okay.
So I'll move. You get to move it. So I'm going to try to create a house. So like that. And there's other shapes, and you can make it to any size if you want. And also you can turn it to like a sphere as well. So you could change the radius. And then if you wanted to. And there's steps. And then you could change length, width, and then height. If you don't want to do all the trouble on there.
Cool. Hey, Mark, can you take us to like what are these things here? Like you see on one side up on the top of your menu, and on the other side, what are those?
Yeah.
Things?
So basically, I'm going to grab another shape.
Okay.
So let's say there you go. I grabbed both of those shapes, and the one with two boxes and a line, I'll click on that, and you get to align them.
Okay.
Any way you want. So I'll press the middle. Oh man, I'll press on the middle, and then it gets to align them equally.
Cool.
Put it on top or bottom. So, and this one with the square and the circle, you click on that, and it groups them together to make it one.
So that's the grouping. That's the group them together. Okay.
Yeah. So if you want to delete everything, you just delete it, or where the one with many squares, that's to duplicate it.
Okay.
And this one, the one with two triangles, the opposite direction. So you could go like, let's see. Man, wait, I'm just going to delete this. Mix it to the direction you want it, up, down, side.
Hey, Mark, is there any way to lift it up? That's what I was trying to figure out, and I couldn't get it to lift like that green thing up, bring it up the height. You know, if you want to put it on top.
Oh yeah, so there's this. You get to
That's what I kept on. It happened to me. I kept on. It would.
So you click on this. Oh yeah. You click on this, or
That's to make it taller, but I'm saying if you wanted to, like, let's say you had another shape and you wanted to bring it up higher, will it do that?
You use a black kind of triangle-ish or cone.
Oh, okay.
And then you could change the angle.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. How did you get those though? How did you get that? You just clicked on it?
You click on the whatever cube or the design.
You click on the shape. Okay.
Yeah.
The one with the circle and the square is the D group. Okay. Those of you who also, if you add some things, if you know, Genesis, use the app. Use the app in your iPad then. So what else, Mark? What else?
There's other shapes. So if you click on the Tinkercad, that says Tinkercad on top of the shapes, you click on that, and there's text and numbers. You get to put, let's say, you could put your name or number, whatever number you want.
Okay.
So say, to get your name, you click on the shape, and you just type whatever you want to type.
Oh, okay.
There you go. And you could separate your name so you could like make cool designs.
Yeah.
See, I'm going to click on characters, and you should see like these character designs.
I love it. I love it. This is great.
Connectors, there's like unique designs.
Mm-hmm.
So you make something. I really don't use this much, the connectors, but there you could make a home, so you could fill it with couches and lamps and tables.
I didn't know that you can actually, it had stuff you can even put on the inside. That is cool.
And there's featured, so you could, there's spring for mechanics, and if you want to put them out.
Yeah. Wow, this is awesome.
And there's all. It shows you almost everything, but no.
Has anybody ever printed with Tinkercad? Anybody ever printed with Tinkercad?
Me.
Who said yes? Who?
Christy.
I can't hear. Who?
It's me.
Who's me? It's hard to tell the voices on the.
Christy.
Oh, Christy, you printed with Tinkercad. Okay. That's pretty cool. I love it. Anyone have anything else to add that you guys want to show? Anybody else? I saw Uriah had some tips. Anybody else wants to help out and show us as well? Uriah, you want to teach us a couple of things that maybe Mark didn't touch on?
I don't know.
Come on, show us a couple of things. Mark, anything else you want to show us before I switch over to Uriah?
No, I think that's the basics so far.
Yeah. No, thank you, Mark. Thank you. Go ahead and stop sharing. Go ahead, Uriah. You share with us. Teach us, see what you, okay. Let's see. What do you got to show us, Uriah?
Okay. So, okay. No, I'm doing my class. Okay, so basically, the shape right here, like you can have you can use like a work plane.
Yeah.
Like if you use like a work plane, then you can add like shapes directly on there. Like so it wouldn't be complicated. Like on the side or on the top. So it would make your life easier. So then you can do that.
So you work with the plane sideways? Is that what you're saying, Uriah? What?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because it's kind of hard to like on iPad to like drag it up and like move it to the side, so the work plane makes it easier. You can just tap on shapes and then just like do that. I don't know.
Interesting. How did you
Yep.
get the shapes to sit on top of each other?
With the work plane.
Oh, okay. Anyone know how to make a hole? When you put
A hole?
thing? Yeah. Anybody?
Yeah, inside the. You get a shape that you want, and then just. Oh, I'm gonna like.
Can you fill us in these steps that you're doing, Uriah? Like right now, what did you just do?
Oh, I selected the two shapes, and then I went to the like where it's a line and two blocks.
Yeah.
And then I just selected the middle and the side to make it align in the middle perfectly.
Okay.
And then afterwards, you select the shape that you like you're gonna use to make a hole with, like the cylinder, and you turn on the shape color to this like clear color.
Uh-huh.
And if it's how you like it, then you click both of the shapes, and then you just group it. And once you group it, it'll make a hole.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Paulina, you just came in. We're working in Tinkercad. Anything else you want to show us, Uriah?
Okay. You can copy and paste shapes. Thank you. By pressing like pressing a shape.
Yeah.
And pressing like those two squares at the top, like left corner.
Mm-hmm.
That's like copying. And then the one next to it, you press paste, and then it should paste the same shape. Yeah.
You're right. What about these buttons up here? Can you tell me a little bit about these up here on this side? What do these buttons do?
The one where like, which ones?
Any of these right here, you know, like the tear-shaped one, the kind of circle with the box in it. What are those? What are those for?
Oh. Okay, so basically, I'm deleting them. The one that's this, like the second one, like the first one, where it's like a square and a circle, that's the group.
So
like the group shapes together, like if you want to make holes and stuff, or like if you just want it to be grouped so you can like move it all together. Like if you already have a project, you can just move the whole thing together if you group it all.
Okay.
So like you would select the two shapes and then you just press group. The one where there's a circle and a square, and then like in the middle between it, it kind of, so it makes it look like an arrow, and then you would press that, and then it make it to a group. So once you lift it, it goes together. And then if you click it and you don't want to group, you click the one next to it where it's a square and a circle, but the circle's on top of the square. You click that one, and that one's to ungroup.
So it ungroups it as well. Okay.
Yeah. And then the and then the one that's the line and the two boxes, that one's to align them. When you click them, to align. Aligns like any way you want it, depending on like which little circle that you touch.
Yeah.
And then this one, I think I'm gonna use a different shape, but like it moves it to like the other side, like. Like it moves it like to the other side, like you can do. Like it gives you a little example on how you want it to look like, and then you just press it, and then it should do that.
So as far as the direction and even the alignment.
Yeah.
Interesting. How about if I wanted to change the colors on these things? Is there a way I can change the colors?
Yeah.
How do I change the colors on them?
So you click which one you want. I clicked this thing, and then you select this, the little arrow that's right here, to make it bigger. And then you just click the color, and then there's like presets, and then you can get a custom color if you want.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's cool. I love it. I love it. This is great. Anyone else has anything that you guys want to add that Mark and Uriah haven't taught us? Anybody else has something to teach us? Adrian, anything you want to teach us that you might remember?
I think I might show you like a few things, but I'm not sure if Mark and Uriah already said them.
Let's see. Show me one. And then,
So if you have like something selected, like this sphere,
yeah.
Basically what the sides do is it smooths out the sphere or the cylinder.
Okay.
The bevel, it smooths out the base.
What's the bevel? What's the bevel for? What does it do?
So the top and bottom are the base, and the higher you put it at, like it gets smoother.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And then segments smooth out like any it makes things into like kind of like a half circle.
Can I see how it looks like what you're doing when you do that? When you do that segment? Yeah. Ah, okay. I see what you're doing. Yeah. Cool.
And another way to like move the camera is that right here in the top left, there's like this cube, and you can move it to like corner the top.
So Adrian, this is different than moving the plane. This is just moving the camera.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's something we didn't know. This is cool.
Yeah.
Anything else, Adrian, you want to show us?
And you can make your own custom color by inserting a hex number. There's like a few like websites that you can like choose a color, and it gives you like the hex number for it, and then you can just like copy and paste it here.
There's a website you said we can look for that color that we want and actually put. Is it a Tinkercad site or just any site that has those hex numbers?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Adrian. Thank you. Christy, can you show us how exactly to print? Let's say if we wanted to print your shape. Can you take us through that?
Over there in that corner.
Okay.
Go over in this little corner where it says export, and it says 3D print, and you have to choose what type of printer you have.
Oh, okay. So, and then I mean, can you just pick one just to see what it looks like? So once you, yeah? And then it continues to there, and then, how long does it usually take to print? Anybody know when you're gonna print? Does it tell you how long?
It's possibly up to an hour.
Okay. Does the software itself doesn't give you like a time though, right?
I think it does. I'm not sure.
It does? Okay. Well, this is cool. Thank you. Anything else you remember that we haven't seen, Chrissy, that we want to learn?
These two boxes right here with the stripes.
Right.
What's it called? If you want to make a little hole or something, just add it there.
And you can adjust the shape out and the size, I imagine, right? Ah, okay. I'm thinking. I wonder, like, if you wanted to make I don't know, windows or stuff like that and stuff. Interesting. Is there any way to get a glass? Anybody to get a glass effect in Tinkercad? Anybody know? To make it look like glass? Anybody? Anybody ever try it?
No,
Mark?
you would just use holes.
Just use hole.
Different.
Okay. All right. How much time I got left? Let me see. 8:35. All right. Hey guys, you guys were awesome. Thank you on all the stuff that you have taught. This is great.